we're just waiting for people to trickle in, but to get started, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Hala. I've been working here at Fullscript for a couple of years now. During my time, I was a practitioner onboarding specialist. I've learned valuable insights on how practitioners utilize the Fullscript platform. And since the inception of the integrations team, I've joined that team, and now I work with our partners such as BodySite to help optimize, launch, train, and educate on EHR integrations. And today, joining me, we have Katrina from BodySite. Hi, Katrina.
Hi, Hala.
Katrina sees the day-to-day operations at BodySite to support the growth and development of the company's platform and enterprise. She's a dynamic, creative, and skilled professional. I've had the pleasure of working with her since the launch of this integration and this partnership. She's the VP of Operations at BodySite, and she directs the daily happenings of the BodySite platform. She's become the resident expert on the core functionalities that drive the BodySite user's experience, and also uses that expertise to help the increase of both customer engagement and lifetime value. Welcome, Katrina. So glad to have you today at this webinar.
Thank you so much, Hala. It's my pleasure to be here with you, and we're just so thankful for the Fullscript BodySite integration, and we're excited to be sharing with all of you guys ways that you can optimize our integration and the relationship. So yes, thanks again for having me here today.
Absolutely, my pleasure. What we're going to do is share our screens. What we're going to have is a slideshow and a screen share presentation. So let's get started with that first. Let's get that out of the way. I'm just about to share my screen. Feel free to let us know in the questions tab of your platform. If you have any questions, feel free to go there and let us know. And if you are or aren't able to see my screen, let us know as well. We have my colleague Alan from Fullscript as well joining us on the back end, and he'll be able to answer any of your questions coming in. We will have a live Q&A session after or towards the end of the webinar as well. So feel free again to comment. We will be getting to your questions towards the end of the webinar. I just have the agenda slide here opened up just so that you're aware. We're going to be going over just a quick introduction of the BodySite and Fullscript integration, what it is, and what the benefits of this integration are as is. And then we'll get into a quick setup step in case you haven't set up or activated the integration. But the meaty part of the webinar is going to be on 3 ways to optimize your integration. So we've found some creative methods of optimizing this specific integration that we'll be sharing with you today. So to get started, I really love this visual because it really, in a nutshell, tells you what the integration with BodySite and Fullscript is. We've launched this integration about a year ago, and it was an effort to provide practitioners utilizing BodySite with an option to recommend supplements through Fullscript. It's meant to optimize your workflow and to be able to do everything in one platform as opposed to having to use multiple logins, one for BodySite, one for Fullscript, having to transfer information back and forth via copying and pasting, and maybe losing some of that information. And also for the patient end, it becomes a little bit confusing. They're logging in to multiple platforms. They're having to figure out what their supplement protocol is, what is the most up-to-date information. So having this integration was built to firstly optimize your workflow. Katrina, what would you add to that? I think because when we started this, we worked together and you guys were the one who've developed this integration.
Yeah, so exactly what you were saying. BodySite really wanted providers to be able to do almost everything related to caring for patients virtually and remotely, all within our platform. So as you guys probably know already, on BodySite, you can offer programs and track progress of your patient's care, as well as also do virtual visits as of last week. But with this Fullscript integration, it also now gives you the ability to dispense supplements. So in addition to offering a care program, a lifestyle guidance program, diet or exercise advice, and tracking their progress, you can now also dispense your supplements to your patients right inside of the BodySite platform, and then they can see those recommendations inside of their BodySite account as well.
Absolutely, and I remember the first thing that we discussed when we got into this partnership was that some of the practitioners utilizing BodySite had to maintain inventory for supplements, and that was, you know, a huge hassle. And we understand that from Fullscript, a lot of our practitioners, especially at this time, don't want to be maintaining inventory for supplements, and that's where the Fullscript platform comes in handy, gives you access to hundreds of thousands of supplements or professional grade products without you having to stock a single bit of it or incur any capital costs.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. But really, the main point here is one of the biggest benefits is really the fact that it optimizes your workflow. I can't stress that enough. It allows you to stay organized, keep everything in one place, not have to, again, go back and forth, gaining access to these professional grade supplements. And if you were a practitioner that did not recommend supplements prior, with this integration, now you're able to do so. Fullscript is a free platform, so you're able to create a Fullscript account at any time and integrate it with your BodySite account to start dispensing these supplements. Generally, then you'll see that it grows your practice. You're able to run your practice from anywhere, given that we are entirely virtual and a virtual platform. And finally, and one big aspect of this and what we'll be showing today is patient engagement and adherence tools. We have some built-in tools in Fullscript that then translate over into BodySite quite nicely to give you insights on your patient engagement, adherence, what they've ordered, what they haven't ordered, and a solution to ensure that they order. And I'll highlight here one of the resources before passing it back to you, Katrina, the Practicing Virtually Bootcamp. So one great tool that we've launched very recently is this Practice Virtual Bootcamp. It's a full educational series we've launched to help providers who were not necessarily practicing virtually to then start practicing virtually. It includes some lightning talks, some interviews, articles, guidance, so on and so forth. And I think, Katrina, you've also built a similar tool series for your providers as well.
Yes, exactly. So like Fullscript, we love educational content that we can provide to our practitioners and providers. So BodySite has been in the process of hosting a 6-part virtual practice webinar series. Today is actually the 6th part of that series that we've lumped into that virtual practice series, which today we'll be covering dispensing supplements remotely. And you're able to view and access our webinar series at bodysite.com/virtual practice webinar series, which is also linked in these slides, which you'll get at the end of the webinar today.
Exactly, absolutely. So let's go ahead and get started with the screen share time. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna pass over the presenter mode to you, Katrina, because you're gonna get started with how to set up the integration.
Awesome. Okay, so today I'm going to be covering how to actually set up the Fullscript integration inside of your BodySite account. It is super simple once you've created an account with Fullscript, which you can do that from a particular link, which we'll send you today and you'll have access to, or you can do it right from inside of your account. You would come into your Fullscript account, hover over your name, and then select dispensary settings. Once you're here, there's a section on this page titled Integrations. You're going to select the integrations, and if you scroll down, there's a section where you'll see all the different platforms, including us at Fullscript is integrated with. And under Create Partner Key, you'll have an option to choose from the drop-down BodySite. When you click on BodySite, you'll then select Create, and the Fullscript system will automatically generate a clinic key for you, and that's the key you're going to copy and paste and use inside of BodySite. Once you've created the key, you'll also see it here under your integrations, and you'll always have access to copy it in case you need it there. So I'm just going to show you the steps now inside of BodySite where you would go to set that up. So from inside of your account, you would go to Settings. Oops, one moment here. Okay, so inside of your account, you'll go to Settings, and then you will go to Platform Settings. And under Platform Settings, there's a section right there with the Fullscript logo. You'll enter your clinic key, click Access My Dispensary, and you'll choose whether you're in the US or Canada. And then once that's complete, you'll just be prompted to enter your practitioner ID, which you will find on the Fullscript, the integrations page towards the bottom where it says your practitioners. You'll have your name and your ID, and you'll just copy that and put it into your account, and then you'll be all set to go. So it's super simple. If you run into any issues, you can give us a call, send us an email, and I'd be happy to help you with that. And now I'm going to switch it over to Hala, who's going to actually talk about using the integration inside of BodySite.
Yeah, absolutely. What I wanted to add as I'm taking over this screen here is that the integration works on an account level. So make sure that if you are the sole provider on Fullscript, that's the account that you are integrated with on the BodySite integration as well. Great, show my screen. So what happens, what I'll go over before getting into the 3 ways of optimizing your integration is just where to access this integration after you've activated it. So if you wanted to start recommending supplements to any one of your patients, you simply go to the Patients tab, select or click on any one of your patients. I'm going to actually pull in an example of a patient that does not have a Fullscript account. So say you are wanting to recommend for Kathy, you go ahead and click on the Add Supplements button here. This is essentially the Fullscript integration. And this is what will happen if the patient is actually not on Fullscript yet. If you're already an existing Fullscript user, your patients will automatically be matched as soon as you activate the integration. So this view for someone who already exists on your Fullscript account would not show. It'll just go ahead and allow you to write a recommendation or pull any of the existing recommendations. But for a new patient, it pulls in the name and email that you've already added onto the BodySite. So you no longer need to add separately accounts on Fullscript. An optional date of birth section, an optional cell phone number section, which actually is very useful because one of the adherence tools is texting the recommendation to your patient. So providing that cell phone number transitions it to Fullscript and allows you to send a text reminder for the patient. And just one quick thing I wanted to highlight is the discount option. I won't get into it in too much detail, but essentially practitioners can earn a margin off of their supplement sales through Fullscript. And within that margin, you're able to give your patients a discount. So if you give your patients a 10% discount, it does increase adherence, as we've seen. It reduces your margin ever so slightly, but again, is that essentially gives your patients that discount, which is visible to your patients. So they'll be able to see that they got a nice little gift from you. Back to the other patient here, really quickly, if you did want to write a recommendation to someone who's already on Fullscript, simply click on New Recommendation, Add Products here. You have a bunch of options on how to add products. So that's real quick, right off the bat, how to use the integration. But we're gonna get into the first point of how to optimize this integration. So one thing that you're seeing within this integration tab here is templates and your categories. Just to, I guess, clarify, these are built into your Fullscript account, but this is the beauty about the BodySite integration. The BodySite team has built it so that it pulls in your templates and your categories from your Fullscript account. So everything that you've set up on your Fullscript account or continue to will automatically transition over to your BodySite account beautifully. So if you've customized your own templates, they're available right here and you can go ahead and recommend them. But to add to that, one thing that's really exciting about Fullscript is the ready-made protocols that we have curated. So we have some evidence-based decision support protocols that are ready to go. Basically, you go to our Fullscript .com website, and under the protocols page, you're able to go in and access all of the protocols that we have available. So again, these are ready-made protocols for you in case you wanted to have some ideas on where to get started with templates and protocols and what to recommend, especially if you're new to recommending supplements. If you wanted to browse as well, we have brand protocols and influencer protocols. So these are great ways for you to take a look at what other peers have done so far when it comes to writing recommendations. Say you select one of these protocols, so we can go into joint pain here. It gives you a detailed breakdown of our research, how we come to terms with evidence-based support and decisions on what to include in a template. We give you the supplement breakdown. You can also look up the same ingredient on Fullscript if you wanted to browse more. There's also the research articles attached here for references. So if you're ready to recommend this template or upload it onto your Fullscript account, all you'll need to do is click on upload this template. This button is available on all the protocols. As soon as you click on upload this template, it will first direct you to log into your Fullscript account if you're not logged in. If you are logged in, it directs you to actually editing or saving this very template on Fullscript. So what I have here is the very protocol that we've set up through the website and the references as well. And all you'll need to do is save this template. This saves it on Fullscript. It'll save it on BodySite as well. You'll be able to access it. I'll also just highlight here. Of course, stock will change and continues to change on Fullscript, but we have the similar product tab. So within your very template, you can choose a similar product to replace your existing product that might be out of stock before you save this template. And once you've saved it, what you'll see here on BodySite, if I were to just add a product, is that very template as well. So if I want to recommend it to, say, Bob, I'm just going to go ahead and click on the template. It loads up the items here, the very items that I've loaded up. Apply all to recommendation. You can also apply or add some products to the recommendation manually. But that's the beauty of templates, right? Is to optimize your workflow and become a little bit more efficient in writing recommendations. You want to just recommend the entire series here. It also loads up the dosing instructions straight from the template. So again, you pretty much have to send this off without really needing much editing from there on. Send to patient. Katrina, I'll give it back to you for the second way of optimizing the integration, which is really exciting, your idea of embeddable product cards.
Yes, I love the idea of protocols. I love it so much, and that it does ultimately optimize the workflow. And I am also very excited about the embeddable product cards feature. So with Fullscript, they have a great thing called embeddable product cards. So as you know, BodySite has over 60 programs that you can use with your patients. You can obviously build your own completely from scratch. But with these programs, you may want to incorporate products from Fullscript seamlessly into these programs instead of having to individually make recommendations to patients. Mm-hmm. And using Fullscript's embeddable product card feature, you're able to do just that. So I have an example of a web page where I have generated embeddable product cards for certain products that I'm going to be incorporating onto the Clean 28 Healthy Life program. I've taken these product cards, which Hala will show you more about that in just a minute, and I've embedded them onto a link that's publicly available on our BodySite page. And so you could literally do this exact same thing where you take products and you create embeddable product cards that you embed onto a public web page on your own website. And then from within the program that you want to offer these products or recommend to a patient if they're following a particular program, you can go into the program. So now I'm logging into BodySite. And from within the content, you can actually hyperlink out to that web page where you have all of those products embedded. So for example, I'm going to go into the Clean 28 Healthy Life program, and I'm going to take this link that I created with those product cards, and I've made a note on day 1. Oops. Sorry, I accidentally logged into the wrong account here.
Yeah. Story of our lives working in, I guess, these software platforms.
Multiple test accounts. Okay, so inside of the Clean 28 Healthy Life program, I've made a note on day 1 that says supplements. While following the Clean 28 Healthy Life program, there are 5 supplements we'd like you to be taking to keep you strong and healthy. Click here to view and purchase all 5. And then I've linked this out to that web page that's on my website that has these product cards embedded. So this is a great way to incorporate products seamlessly into the BodySite programs, whether it could be the weight loss roadmap. Many of you guys are using the weight loss roadmap, and you may have a particular protein powder that you'd like your patients to use that's available through Fullscript. Mm-hmm. So you would take that product card for the protein powder, embed it into the public web page, and then on day 1 of the program, write a little blurb about why they need to be taking that product or why you're recommending that one to them, link out to that web page, and then it's all seamlessly incorporated instead of having to individually recommend it to them on a patient-by-patient basis. You could also add reminders to purchase on days 2 and 3 and so on if you would like. But the embeddable product cards is a great way to make your programs incorporated with products. And I just love this creative idea. And so now I'm going to switch it over to Hala to actually show you how to create those embeddable product cards.
Thanks, Katrina. I love this. I really love the programs that BodySite has put together, even ready ones for our practitioners. And the amount of detail that we're able to include in these plans and programs is wonderful. I think patients need as much hand-holding as the practitioners are able to provide. So this content will be great for that. Now, to turn on these embeddable product cards, all you'll need to do to make the links similar to how Katrina set it up is go into your Fullscript account. Under the catalog tab, simply search for any item. So I'm just gonna search one of the items here by Apex Energetics. So let's say this is the item that you want to highlight in your plan and program. You will see the option to showcase on your website right here. So if you click through that, it gives you that specific embeddable code. Simply copy it, and then what you'll do on your website under the editable version of your website, you paste the exact code, and once you publish your website, as Katrina was showing, it will look exactly like this product card. Now, if you cannot see the option to showcase on your website, no worries. What happens is that this specific feature needs to be manually turned on for interested practitioners. So simply email us at support@fullscript.com or email your account manager if you're new to Fullscript and have an account manager, and they can easily turn on this feature for you within the day and also give you some suggestions on how to start using it. I will also add here is we do have another hidden feature. Again, if you're interested, we'll connect you with an account manager where once you see these individual product cards, there could be a button that you can add. It requires a little bit of development work, but there's a button that says add all to cart. And what all of these buttons do, and the add all to cart button, it redirects your patient to their patient account or allows them to create a patient account. And then as soon as they are in their patient account, it automatically adds these items to their cart. So they don't have to think through the process or go back and forth between your link and their account to manually add one item at a time. Again, I'll just highlight that that's all available if you were to turn it on. Just contact us at support@fullscript.com. The third option, I'll just continue with the screen share here and actually showcase the third option or method of optimizing your account or the integration with BodySite. And one thing, actually, Katrina, you mentioned it a little bit ago, is within your programs, you're able to add reminders on day 3, 5, so on and so forth, to actually place the order and provide that same blurb in the program. What you can also do from within your BodySite account is check in on the patient to see if they've actually placed their order. So if you've assigned, say, Bob a specific program that included these supplements, whether through the embeddable code or whether that you've written a recommendation for them manually, you want to check in and see if they've placed the order. All you'll need to do is, again, just go to the patient tab, click on the specific patient that you're looking to see if they've placed an order. Under the supplement tab, click on the orders tab right here. So it will show you if the patient has placed any orders. It will also show you what they've placed as an order. I know we're using a test here, but what I did pull is some screenshots of what it would look like from a patient that does have orders. So you're able to see the specific orders, the dates that the orders have been placed, and if you were to click on a specific order number, it shows you the items within. All of this information is available already on your Fullscript account, but the fact that this integration pulls it into your BodySite account basically minimizes the need for you to go back and forth between these two accounts. And this essentially allows you to manage adherence, check in on your patients, and say the patient did not place an order. What you can do, and I love this, is actually maybe give them a call, or let's say you're physically with them in the office and you want them to place the order right there and then. There's a button here within the BodySite integration that allows you to place the order right there and then. This is the best way to continually manage adherence and make sure your patients are ordering the supplements that they need. So if you are doing a virtual call with them or virtual visit with them, a physical one, if you have their address and credit card information, simply click on place order. This will direct you to your very Fullscript account right here under the checkout section. So it adds the items automatically to the cart for the specific patient and allows you to add their shipping and credit card information. What's great about shipping is that it's connected to Google Maps, so it will suggest the address based on what you start typing. So again, it just like speeds up the process. You don't have to really know the zip code. It'll know it just by you typing the address. And that's it. That's the third way of optimizing your integration, BodySite Fullscript integration. I'm just going to go back to the slides here. There they are. I wanted to sum up. Katrina and I will go over them, but basically, first way to optimize your integration is the evidence-based decision protocols I mentioned at the beginning of our webinar. These are great ways for you to get started on building your own templates or using the ready-made ones and automatically assigning these protocols to a patient that needs the supplements right away.
I love it. Yeah, and the second one is using the embeddable product cards to build your own protocol on your website. And then you can add that link right into your BodySite programs using our content management system. You can add a little picture, you can hyperlink out to it, and that's just a great way to make that process seamless.
Absolutely. And then the last one is, of course, that orders tab we just showed you that allows you to track orders, track adherence, and also direct you to place the orders on behalf of your patients. Wonderful. And these are some resources that we're linking out. All of our attendees of this webinar will have access to these resources right after our webinar. The first I'm highlighting here is just our general clinical educational hub. We have a ton of content about writing or dispensing supplements, ingredient libraries, handouts and infographics, and specifically what we discussed today is the specific protocols section. We have Fullscript protocols, brand, and influencer protocols that you can upload to your Fullscript account and then see in your BodySite account. And lastly, one thing I highlighted earlier is just specifically around virtual practice, our educational series. Take it away, Katrina.
Yeah, I love it. And then the fourth resource is the BodySite Virtual Practice Webinar Series, our 6-part series. When you get this PowerPoint and our slides, you'll be able to link out and see all previous webinars. I know a few people have asked about that. Then we have the next step. So the first step would be to sign up for BodySite. If you're not yet a BodySite subscriber, you can click on that to get started with BodySite. The second step would be to sign up for Fullscript. If you click on that link from the slides, it will link you directly to the Fullscript page where you can get started and then follow the steps that we covered earlier to sync it to your BodySite account. And if you have any questions or need any help, the integrate section there, number 3, will walk you through what I showcased earlier, the exact steps you need to follow to integrate BodySite and Fullscript.
Absolutely, and of course, both our support teams are available for any questions. So we have a live chat section, Fullscript, and Katrina has been wonderful in communicating one-on-one with a lot of the BodySite users and educating them on the integration. And this pretty much concludes our webinar. I think we have a ton of questions coming in. So what I'll do is just exit out of the screen share and maybe turn my camera back on. Wonderful. Katrina, let's take a look at these questions and see what we can address. And guys, I just wanted to highlight, if we don't get to your question, given any sort of time constraints, we are able to download all these questions, get the answers, and send those over to you via email.
Perfect.
Let's see. Okay, I see a ton of questions. And I'm sure Alan has responded to a bunch of those as well. One of the questions here is, I have been having to log in twice on BodySite just like you did. Is that a glitch? I had to do that too, if you wanted to elaborate,
Yeah,
Katrina.
I'll address that. So what that means is sometimes some browsers don't log you in. They don't give you they don't recall the page immediately, but you're actually already logged in the back end. So if you just click the hard refresh, you'll be logged in. If it doesn't look like you're actually logging in, let me know if the issue persists where it's irritating. You can let me know at katrina@bodysite.com. But if you hard refresh, you should be able to get in.
Awesome. We're getting a question here, and this is pertaining to the protocol section. If you click on the product in the protocol section, will it tell you what are any warning signs or contraindications? So this is quite interesting, a great question. So contraindications, or what we are calling interactions, is something that we're building into our platform. So very soon you'll be able to look up, say, a specific product and see if it interacts with drugs or other products that you may or may not be prescribing or recommending. So this is coming. In terms of what's already available, the product itself, every product that you click on Fullscript, and also on BodySite, because they do load up the descriptions, shows you the product description, what it is, shows you the ingredients, the whole list of ingredients, and any warning signs or warning cautionary statements that the specific brand or manufacturers have provided to us. So we do try as much as possible to lay out all of the information. But then for more information, what I would direct you to is our ingredient library resource on the Fullscript website. We have 14 ingredients right now, but we're constantly growing that list. Oh, what I'm doing here is actually seeing all the questions, including those that have been answered by Alan. So I guess we'll take it away and see. We have some time, but if Alan responded to some of them, that's great. Let's see here. We have a question about setting up the clinic key. I have a Fullscript account, but I'm not sure where to find the clinic key. So Katrina did highlight where to find the clinic key. It's under the dispensary settings in the integrations tab. Now, if you are not your Fullscript account owner, so you're not the main account owner of your Fullscript account, but rather you're added as a practitioner within someone else's account, then you may not have access to that very specific setting. You will need to connect with the account owner of your Fullscript account to grab that clinic key and practitioner ID key. We have a question about recordings. Of course, the entire webinar will be sent to the BodySite team, where they'll be posting it through their webinar series. We will also be posting it as well and sending it in an email.
Yes.
Oh, and then someone is asking about the other virtual clinic trainings, Katrina?
Yeah, so you can access those at bodysite.com/virtual practice webinar series. There's a dash between virtual practice webinar series. So between each word, there's a dash, and I can also just type it into the questions box right now so everyone has access to it.
Wonderful. We're getting a request to activate the feature for us. I'm assuming it's the Embeddable product card feature, what I am able to do is look up the emails of our registrants or attendees and be able to preemptively activate that into that embeddable code feature. However, if what you registered with as an email does not match your Fullscript account, I may not be able to find it. So maybe check back in 2 days, and if it's not activated, make sure to connect with our support team. Let's see. What if you already have patients that are ordering their supplements prior to joining Fullscript? Can they still continue to do their ordering that way? Do I have to share any profits from those with Fullscript? That's a good question. So, of course, do what's best for your patients. If your patients are ordering ordering their supplements and adhering in any specific way, just continue doing that. If you've linked them to a Fullscript recommendation through BodySite or the embeddable product cards, it just makes it very easy and convenient for them to just order the supplements from that link. But of course, there's no harm in them ordering elsewhere if they find it easily. Unfortunately, we're not able to track anything that's outside of the system. But Katrina, remind me again, on the patient portal, they're able to kind of showcase and track their progress on other aspects, not necessarily the Fullscript products, right?
Correct. Yeah. So from the BodySite platform, if you're interested in tracking progress of any kind, whether it be weight loss, activity related, plan related, you can do all of that from the BodySite platform. And if you're not familiar with that yet, you can schedule a one-on-one training from the dashboard of your account. There's a button there that you can schedule a live training with us, and we can go over those types of compliance and monitoring features together.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. In terms of sharing any profits, I think it depends on you and your patient demographic. We have some articles on Fullscript, especially that virtual practicing one, that specifically discusses income through Fullscript and how to start talking about supplements and supplement sales with your patients. So it would be a great way to get started if you're even a little bit uncomfortable with that conversation. If a patient purchases through Fullscript through BodySite, what fees are involved? Any additional credit card fees from BodySite, etc.?
Great question. Do you want
Go
to?
ahead.
Okay, so all of the fees associated with Fullscript are just Fullscript's fees. So BodySite doesn't charge anything for the integration. We don't charge a percentage or collect a percentage of your supplement sales. So Hala, I don't know if you want to just briefly talk about the fees that you guys take and what that breakdown is.
Absolutely. So in terms of Fullscript, there is no additional cost that Fullscript takes from the patient. The patient will continue to purchase at the manufacturer suggested retail price unless you give them a discount, in which case they'll purchase at the discounted price. Additional fees could be taxes, of course. So if they are in a state that requires us to charge taxes on supplements, certain states do, then we calculate that percentage and display it to the patient. Patients do get free shipping very often on Fullscript. They get free shipping above $50 orders. So most of your patients are getting free shipping. Otherwise, they can upgrade and pay for faster shipping, but those are essentially the only charges for the patient. The credit card processing charges are absorbed by Fullscript. Who do we talk to about getting the code for buttons to add to the cart? As per Hala, if we have utilized the embedded codes, how long do you take to get that done? So So that's the feature of just add a button that says add all to cart. Connect with support at fullscript.com. They will then connect you with an account manager. This is specifically for us to engage with you and help you with the specific feature. Hence, we want to connect with you directly on it. So I would say connect with our support team. They're available until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday, and they work on Saturdays. So we are able to get an answer to you immediately. And it doesn't take more than a day for us to generate the code, but of course, then you'll need to upload it to your website, and that might take just a little bit more time. Oh, I have patients in both US and Canada. Do I need 2 BodySite accounts to make use of both my US and Canadian Fullscript accounts? So I know on Fullscript you are able to have 2 separate accounts if you have, you know, an address in both countries, a social security number in both countries, and a bank account in both countries. And you know, a small percentage of our practitioners do have that, and we give them that option. But I'm not sure how it pertains to the BodySite integration, Katrina.
Yeah, I've actually never heard this question before, so I'll have to look into it a little bit more in depth on the technical side, and then Laura and I will contact you with a follow-up about that.
Awesome. And let me know, Katrina, if you needed my assistance. But yeah, there's a way to generate the clinic key on Fullscript similarly.
Okay.
So I think we'll just need to add it to one account.
And just Hala, real quick, do those accounts sync on Fullscript, or do they actually have 2 standalone accounts?
They're 2 standalone accounts.
Okay, perfect.
I think this concludes most of the questions that I'm seeing right here. Alan may have gotten to some of the other questions. And again, we'll just highlight for the embeddable product codes, just connect with us and we'll be able to get that over to you immediately.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Well then, thank you so much, Katrina, for your time and effort today. Thank you to all our attendees and registrants who joined the webinar. We will be wrapping it up and sending it back over to you. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you again.
Yes, thank you all, and thank you, Hala, for having me here today. You guys have a great night.
Bye-bye.